Hello everyone and welcome back to Jasmine's Crazy Cat Tarot. Today we are going to have a quick look in to the David and Celeste situation. I haven't been following the case or the updates. I just know the basics of what we've heard and I don't want my reading to be too tainted. So we're just going to bring in the energy around the David and Celeste situation and we're going to see what Spirit has to say. And if you guys want a deeper dive, just let me know down below. So let's get to it and find out what Spirit has to say. So David and Celeste, what's going on with that situation? What really happened when it comes to the David and Celeste situation? We'll start with the true crime cards and then we'll get the tarot and the emotions. What happened? We have fire. Okay, maybe something was burned, some sort of evidence in the case. We have perversion. Well, we know that David was a creeper. Celeste was underage when they first got together or started talking. And she's still underage. The poor girl, I feel like she was groomed by a groomer who would be David. We also have healing. Whoa. And this went a bit sideways. So was she kept in a room or kind of locked in a room, even living in his house with him or whatever the situation was? I feel like he locked her away sometimes and maybe there was a fight, she was injured, but something about her tied to a bed or locked into a room, maybe punishment or something like that. We also have alive. Okay. This could be representing the other Celeste. There is another one. So let's see. What else? Can I get one more? The David and Celeste situation. We also have travel. Okay. So this could be telling us that David was traveling at some point and Celeste was alive, but he'd left her somewhere. Am I getting this right? We also have a fraud. So something is fake about this situation, or someone maybe was using someone else's identity or car, I'm getting, or phone. Let's see though, because this is just a general reading, but this fraud here, I don't know whether that's David or not. So let's see. Whoa, the Two of Pentacles wanted to stay. We have balancing resources, so someone was trying to juggle. This could be David balancing the two Celestes in a sense, but let's see. I'm thinking maybe his management or someone who kind of sorted things out for him, maybe got told to watch the situation. Something maybe got out of hand. Let me see. The David and Celeste situation. Please and thank you, Spirit. We have the Nine of Cups in reverse, contentment. So someone was not content. Maybe he promised her all her dreams would come true, or she thought that being with him would be the answer to her prayers, and it was actually anything but. We have the Two of Pentacles again. Yeah, so I feel like there was a discussion about what to do with Celeste or how to manage these issues. Let's see. Three of Cups. Friendship. I do feel like there are friends that know maybe what happened. Queen of Wands. Passion. There could also be another female involved. Magic with K. Yeah, some friends who are into that magic shit. Let's see. Whoa, we have the Hierophant in reverse. So this is unconventional and a lack of commitment. So was there a fiery exchange or argument because David would not commit to Celeste? Or would this be friends covering up something untoward or being involved with untoward things, and therefore they're all implicated somehow, guilt by association kind of a thing? Nine of Swords, anxiety. Someone is having sleepless nights and someone's afraid of being exposed or connected. Like I said, guilt by association. So let's see. What happened with the David and Celeste situation? Did David do it? Did David do it? Please and thank you, Spirit. The David and Celeste situation. We have fucked up over you. So someone's getting sleepless nights because of this situation. We have love message, but this is in reverse. Yeah, so maybe the love was going cold or Celeste was going cold. I feel like David rang his friend saying she's going cold. Whether this is that she's getting sick of the relationship or literally that her body was going cold and he didn't know what to do. And he got the wrong advice from the wrong people with the Hierophant in reverse. Can I get 3 more? For the David and Celeste situation, we have bad news. Yeah, it's like he called someone up because he had bad news and he needed a little bit of help. Yeah, legal matters. So I'm hearing I had some help by Post Malone, and I feel like he called his friends or his management or some sort of a cleanup crew to avoid legal matters. Trafficking could be significant. Something about paternity and child support. I don't think David has children, and I feel like Celeste being alive would result in some criminal charges. So maybe her not being alive, something can't be proved. If you can't prove it, I didn't do it. Yeah, so something happened, an argument, because someone was afraid of getting in trouble, going to jail. Whoa. We also have secluded, separation, reflecting, soul searching. So there was some sort of argument, a breakup, and maybe he was trying to send a message to her or make a point, but he went too far and he called his friends to help him clean up the mess, or whoever it is. Yeah, something about pregnancy, fake news, DNA. Okay, so it is said that she was not pregnant. People speculated. The only thing I know is from watching the Sloan videos, and the last one I watched said she wasn't pregnant in the autopsy. But maybe David could have thought she was pregnant, or she could have got like a fake pregnancy test or something and threatened him to expose, which would be proof that he was a creeper with perversions. But yeah, I feel like this was to make sure that someone didn't go down, but someone went too far and they committed an even bigger crime in the heat of the moment is what I'm getting. A karmic lesson. So someone is going to learn their lesson, and I am hearing Justin Timberlake, what goes around comes all the way back around. So I do feel like David was heavily involved, and I do feel like something happened in regards to the relationship. But I also feel like there were other people involved after the fact, guilt by association, and I think this was more so an accident gone wrong because of maybe a threat of breaking up or exposing something, and things got out of hand, went too far, and then someone needed a little help from their friends. They were reaching out, and basically when they're all implicated, it's hard to really just say you did it or you did it. So I feel like something was done with the evidence that it's not going to be clear cut or easy to point fingers, because there's some sort of pact. I'm hearing blood pact and karmic ties connection. We also have bad credit, so something about money or follow the money, the paper trail. And in a sense, it's kind of like if David couldn't be world famous from his music, he will be infamous. And all publicity is good publicity. So it's like if he has a good PR team, he's going to find a way to turn this back around and make it work in his favor, especially if there's no evidence against him. As I said, if you can't prove it, I didn't do it. But I do feel like this was just silly people doing silly things. And as they say, you play with fire, you get burnt. And I do feel like this was a passionate relationship, but someone knew it was wrong and they were doing it anyway. They knew they would eventually have to pay the price and the consequences. They just didn't realize that it would be so messy and so literal. It's like he predicted this in his music videos, but in a sense to really harness the power or confirm it. I'm kind of hearing the word confirm or solidate. To solidate it, it needs to be real. So the video is a manifestation, but now it's time for the full Monty. So in a sense, he's glad it happened now, because if it didn't happen now, it would have happened later. So I don't know where these messages are coming from. They're just coming. And I can't really say for certain exactly what this was, but this looks more like a fight gone wrong to me, more so than, a satanic sacrifice. I do feel like his music and his videos are very dark, but that's more so an aesthetic. And now he's really living up to his name and his reputation, because if you really look at his name, it kind of looks like dead. So maybe in his mind, someone was going to die, and better someone else than him. Okay, so if he predicted his own death, maybe that's going to happen too. Look out for that. But so far, this is all I've got. If you'd like a deeper dive, let me know down below. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate your energy. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe so other people can watch the video and subscribe to the Coven. And I will see and connect with all of you again in the next one. If you have any more true crime suggestions, drop them down below. And until next time, goodbye and God bless. Mwah.